So hello everybody and a very warm welcome to all of you and all my favorite students who are here, who I love very dearly. So what we will be discussing today is that what kind of career options there are that you can explore after having science, right? Because a lot of people, they just undermine the career options that science provides you. They just say if you have science, you can just be an engineer or a doctor, which is absolutely incorrect. Rather, science has so many possibilities. Science means having sweets in all your hands, and so many sweets that they are so handful you cannot have them all at once, right? So all you need to know is look at the science with a very positive perspective and get on with it. Okay? It's okay, Snehal, bacha, it's okay. Don't worry about the recording. It'll be there on the YouTube, so you don't have to worry about the recording. Okay?
Career counseling.
Rather, just go ahead with all your concentration. Ask me all kind of questions you feel would be worrying you, and I'll be answering to all of them to my best capabilities, right? And this will be there. All right. So we have 228 students and counting. Right. So we'll just start with the presentation now. All right. And I have a lot many things that you guys need to know. So let's just start with the presentation. Everybody can see the screen, right? Everybody can see the screen with the presentation.
Yes, ma'am.
Perfect. Perfect. Bacha, please use the chat box. Perfect. All right. So first things first, when we are actually talking about the career and the career that we need to choose at the time when we are at 10th, by choosing the streams that we have ahead of us, be it the arts, commerce, humanities, or the science, we have multiple options, and yet being so naive, we sometimes choose things which we do not care to pursue afterwards, or which we are not happy with, right? So today we'll be doing a tour of what kind of options science gives you, be it the mathematics that you have, be it the biology that you have, or be the PCMB, like all the four subjects, the physics, chemistry, mathematics, and biology, right? So we'll be doing that. Let's just start with it. As you see, we have multiple things. All right. So as you see, we have multiple things for the career counseling. So let's just start with the story, shall we? Because everybody loves a story. And yes, Vedang, what's your question? Is this class important if we already know what career we want to pursue? Yes, actually that is what I was getting into with the start of the story. The thing is, it is very important to know all options. It's a good thing that you have your heart set on one particular thing, but what if you do not want to pursue it later on, right? So you can have all your options in hand, all the information, and that is up to you if you want to exploit that particular option or not, right? Let's start with the story then. You see an elephant and you see that this particular elephant is just standing there with a tiny rope tied to it, right? What does that mean? What does that mean? What do you think you can perceive out of this particular picture? What does that mean? No free, okay. No freedom, lost hope. Yes, Sakit, thank you so much. That was the exact word I was looking for. Only restricted movement in that region. Very good. It can move, it can't move freely, right? So the thing is, very good. Thank you everybody for such participation. I'm so thankful, right? And everybody is so right. The thing is that elephant do not have the information about the strengths it have, right? All the strengths it has, all the ability, all the abilities, all the capabilities it does have, it has no idea about, right? Yes, he can break the rope, but he had no idea earlier. If like after this presentation, this elephant will be free because you guys are elephants, and this rope particularly is explaining the lack of information that you have. Although you must have your heart set on one particular thing, but there's a lack of information which is limiting your thinking, right? So it's not bound by the rope, rather by its own belief, as in it does not have enough information, it does not have one particular hope about anything. It's just all about the heart it has set on the traditional careers which are offered by the science, right? Yes, Gautam, what is it? Yes, Gautam, you raised your hand. Was it by mistake? All right. Right, perfect. So now you guys know that this elephant is basically us, all of us, and this rope is the lack of information, which is just one more thing. This lack of information lets the 94% of the people, the 94 population worldwide, to choose the wrong career, and this leads to the unhappiness in their later lives. They're either not satisfied, they hate their bosses, they hate their jobs, or they quarrel within their families, or they do not have enough money. Even if they do, they're not happy, right? Answer the question at the end. Yad, I'm sorry, I did not get the question, Bacha. Would you be so kind as to repeat your questions? So that is what am I saying. Do you guys want to be one of that 94% population, or do you want to change the statistic? All right, all right. Exactly. You guys don't want to be. Right, exactly. See, I'm very happy that you guys are very open to all the possibilities we can have. We want change. Yes, Varun, go change, right? Let's just start talking about the change, right? So you see, we'll be discussing certain things. What is the need of discussing all this? What are other lucrative options that we can have apart from the engineering or doctor, right? Or yes, how to make money. Yes, okay. And we'll be learning about all the top universities and colleges of like the entire world as well as India, and different type of entrance exams that are held. Although all of this might change by 2022, but we are certain that for this particular time, this is very much important. Okay. Yes. And apart from that, you won't even be burdening your parents with the loads amount of money for your education if you want to go abroad or if you want to study in the top-notch colleges here. Rather, you can just work hard, get all the scholarships that you can, and there you'll be enjoying your life with less money and more education, right? Yes, this is going to be fun. And then we can have, Miss, there are few changes in the education system. Yes, Dhruv, I'll be discussing about the changes in the education system at the end of this presentation. So you don't have to worry about that. Okay. And next thing is the high-end jobs. High-end jobs basically are the well-paid jobs at different sort of sectors, which we can apply in even after taking the science as a stream. And it is definitely to go abroad, and it is definitely good to come in India as well. The thing is all about the college or university that you're choosing. We'll be discussing the worldwide ranking of universities as well, so that you can decide it yourself. Don't have to worry about that. Anyway, let's just start with the presentation. So the need is, but our ranks decide our colleges, and that is why you need Ask IITians. Ma'am, which is better, abroad or India? We'll be discussing the worldwide ranking, so don't have to worry about that. Okay. Yes, Swasti, we'll be talking about that. The thing is, what if not JEE and MBBS? What if you have your heart set on? What if you have already your career just, planned out with each and every single detail? Like studying genetic, ma'am, but doesn't the best colleges depend upon the career we choose, like studying genetic engineering, engineer in IIT? Yes, Benjamin, we'll be discussing about that as well. Don't worry about it.
Ma'am,
Okay.
your voice is stucking.
I'm sorry, what? All right, okay, but whosoever has this problem, please refresh, right? All right, it's fine, I get that. So the thing is, you studied hard, you prepared all the questions, you prepared the entire syllabus, but somehow you got nervous or ended up committing the silly mistakes, or you were not able to study at the last moment or revise at the last moment, or let's say the questions you expected were not there and the kind of questions were new, or let's say the pattern changed of that particular paper that very year when you were set to give the exam. What then? You cannot find with these kind of uh, things and situations, right? Apart from that, we have a different sort of options which relate to your field and the scholarships. And the fun particular thing is, will I make a good career out of the non-conventional or the conventional job opportunities that we choose, right? So let's start with the lucrative job options for PCM. This is for the kids, and this is for the students who have decided to choose the physics, chemistry, and mathematics in the, this is physics, chemistry, and mathematics in the 11th and 12th standards, which is soon to be changed, of course, but you'll still have to choose some particular subjects in order to get to a few entrance exams, right? Apart from that, this is for bio students as well, Advita. You don't have to worry about that. We'll be first discussing about the math student and then the bio students. It's up to you if you guys want to take the notes. Let's just start with the presentation, right? So the thing is, when we are talking about the BTech, there are traditional exams such as JEE, right? Which basically go for all these sorts of colleges or universities worldwide. Most of the top-notch colleges and universities pick these students for various course programs other than the P-Tech with the help of this JEE exam. And based on your ranking, you'll be getting the colleges that you want. That depends on how you perceive your ranking. Apart from that, yes, this is useful for bio students as well, Vacha. What if you have any other aspirations apart from the biology? It's up to you, right? Apart from that, after the BTech, that is the Bachelor's of Technology, or BE, that is Bachelor's of Engineering, you can also go for the higher education, or you can actually go for the jobs in the reputed companies like the TCS, Infosys, Wipro. Apart from that, if you're very good at the coding, or let's say if you're very good at the mathematics of your at your end, you can get a high-end job in the Google and
And you're
Microsoft as
stuck.
well. Apart from that, right. Apart from that, we have several other things such as the BSc. Now, first things first, the people with the BSc, if they hear the word BSc, they basically retrieve themselves from that particular place or that particular college. Nobody wants to pursue the BSc. On the contrary, BSc offers you much high paid jobs. You can become a professor, lecturer, researcher, and laboratory assistant, right? The thing is, when we are talking about all of these opportunities presented at us, we especially look the laboratory assistant at a low place, right? Why so? Because we are misinformed that laboratory assistants just have the annual, not annual salary, let's say the monthly salary of 10 to 15K, a thousand, or let's say up to 30,000, which is absolutely wrong. You might start with 30 to 45,000 and you can end up having 4 lakhs per month, which is a very high end paid job, right? All you need to know, yes, really, actually. Yes, ICSE students can also avail these opportunities. Apart from that, the thing is you have to work on the different projects. Now, there are n number of projects which are funded by the government, which are funded by the international agencies such as WHO, right? Those different projects can relate to the sustainable development. They can relate to the several things such as the quantum physics. All you need to do is to have a lookout at all those projects, whatever research fellowship those projects are giving, offering, and you need to apply on those applications, right? Now, I would have given you the list of all those projects, but the thing is that these projects are so tentative that they keep on changing and new things are being added on and deleted every day. All you need to know is that whichever college you choose to go, whichever place you choose to go, you just need to have an eye on those type of projects, and you have to be very civilized with your subjects, right? So if you have the knowledge, if you're hardworking or smart working, that's up to you. You can avail all the opportunities that are thrown at your way, right? Yes, you can join NASA. Of course, you can join NASA, right? Apart from that, The BSc is Bachelor's of Sciences, by the way. Apart from that, if you see the coaching institute is a $1 billion industry in India, and I'm just talking about India, right? So you can actually go ahead. Yes, Muzalmi, the you can actually go ahead in the abroad countries as well, and they pay loads of money to the subject teachers which are pretty good with their subject. You can talk about the Ask IITans as well, right? We are a coaching institute. We help you. We go out of our way to help you. We actually mentor the children, right? And we get paid good because we are helping you. So with the help of the BSc as well, or you can come, or you can join the teaching from any sort of and or you can also go ahead with any sort of degree that you have. If you're an IIT, and if you're have come out of the NIT, you can still apply for being a teacher. And then we have the BCA, that is Bachelor's in Computer Applications and Bachelor's in Computer Sciences. The thing is, if you're pretty good at this, the mathematics, and if you take let's say the computer subject along with the physics, chemistry, mathematics, you can apply your mathematics and computer knowledge in this particular field. And there are let's say the worldwide demand of the online let's say the coders or the programmers. All right. The thing about this is, you have just let's say you have just experienced this particular pandemic, right? This pandemic has resulted in millions of people losing their jobs, but there is just IT sector which is proliferating, which is booming at a high rate, at a very fast rate. Even the teaching has become online. Why? Because of the people in the BCA and BCS. So that is up to you. And then we have the B plan. Now this is the most let's say less studied course. Now, what is the difference between the BTech, BCA, and BCS? BTech could be in anything. It could be in mechanical engineering or any sort of engineering that you want to go for. And BCA, BCS basically invites you to apply your computational skills, right? NASA is not any degree. You would have to be very good at mathematics and computers to go to NASA, because they basically do all and physics, right? Then we have the B plan. B plan is the Bachelor's of Planning. The one thing about the Bachelor's of Planning you should know is, I'll be pasting the list of all the colleges, all the top-notch colleges from India of all these courses, right? At the end of this presentation, I'll be giving you a list of the colleges, and I'll be giving you for several links on which you can explore the eligibilities and criterias and fees and everything. So don't have to worry about that, okay? Everything will be covered in this presentation. Right, we can get a BA degree. This is bachelor, so you can get it after the graduation, right? Astronomy is astronomical physics, okay? Apart from that, we have the B plan. The thing is, B plan is related to one particular individual helping the big sector companies, big IT companies, or let's say big factories and brands to plan according to the sustainable development, to plan according to the new eco-friendly laws which are coming to the country or different countries or the world, right? And these individuals have pretty high salaries annually. Let's say they start with a package of 8 to 10 lakhs per annum, and which increases based on their experiences and in the companies that they have the jobs for, right?
Do these people work abroad?
These people work in companies, and those
Oh,
companies can be situated abroad, they can be situated in India. These companies
okay.
basically are based on the sectors that they are working in. For example, if there's a construction company, construction can happen in any country. For example, if it's, let's say, the Pepsi, right, the Pepsi Corporation, even they have to do everything according to the let's say ecological laws which are promoted by the government or implemented by the government, right? And then we have the BARC, and of course we can have the M plan, the Masters of Planning, or the Diploma in Landscape Designing or Interior Designing as well. The people which go with the B plan, they can also change their course from B plan to the interior designer after the bachelor's, right? And then we have the B architecture. B architecture is one of the most underrated course. I have like my friend has a few my father has a few friends actually who basically annually earn they started with let's say 6 to 7 lakh per annum, and now some of them are located in the New York, some of them are located in the I think Russia and England as well, moreover London, because the development and all around makeup of the city is going on right now. You can check up onto the Google as well, right? So the thing is, when we are talking about the B arc, although it is a very difficult course in the initial years, because you have to learn everything apart from that, everything in the mathematics and the physics, and you have to work according to the engineering people as well, so that you can sustainably make a building and stuff. And then we have the lucrative jobs apart from the private sectors. We have the NDA. Now the people who are BCA, full form Batu is Bachelors of Computer Applications. Okay. And then we have the NDA. The thing about the NDA is the National Defense Academy. You can work in the Indian Army, you can work in the Indian Navy and Air Force. All you need to do is have good physics, have good mathematics, and you will go on the top. And the people who clear the NDA by getting into the academy and after the rigorous training, they are directly appointed as the lieutenant. And apart from the let's say starting from the 1 lakh salary per month, they have all the other lucrative options, such as they get quota in multiple, in actually their child and these themselves get quota in multiple sectors. They get subsidiary things, they have their own canteens, and they have multiple lavish those sort of let's say the provisions and all sort of everything actually coming their way, right? And then we have the Indian Army Technical Entry Scheme course. Now, this is one of the most prestigious course in the Indian Army. Why? Because you'd have to work with the craftsmanship of building all those machines, developing all those sort of weapons and the different sort of equipments, right? And they also have the rank of lieutenant appointment directly if you clear and undergo the training this particular exam. And then we have the diploma in film and television. This is basically a very non-conventional course. If somebody aspires to become big in the entertainment industry, they can go ahead. And then we have the lucrative options for PCB, which is a long list apart from what we have already known, right? So as you see, I'll be explaining each and every course, and later on I'll be giving all the links as well. Aeronautical engineering, yes, we can go with the aeronautical engineering as well. Yes, please.
Ma'am, so like PCB and PCMB are the same or like they're different?
PCB is physics, chemistry, biology. PCM
Yes,
is physics, chemistry, maths. BSc full form is Bachelors of Science, and I would appreciate if everybody would use the chat box, okay? And PCMB is with the students who take the biology and mathematics all together, all right? So let's start with the lucrative options for the PCB. Now, the important thing about this, right, guys, the important thing about this is we have...
PCM to go in film industry.
Is it necessary to have PCM in what? Bacha, your voice is very feeble right now. Ma'am, which option should we select for going in institute like IIA and IST? You can choose PCM, okay?
Okay, let's go.
Guys, please mute yourself. Please mute yourself, okay? Just one another thing is that apart from being a doctor, you can be all these things. And if you have any explanation, if you have any problem regarding these course to be understood, I'll be explaining all of these very briefly. So cardiovascular technologist, the duration is 4 years, and you can have all of these after the PCB, and some of them after the PCB and M, right? For commercial pilot, you'll be choosing the PCM. Okay.
Ma'am, where is the astrology one?
Astrology one, if you want to become an astrologist, or let's say you'll have to study the physics, okay, and then you'll be going to NASA.
Ma'am, can you please repeat? Sorry.
if you want to study the astrology, if you want to become a physicist related to all the heavenly bodies and all the unearthly bodies, the planets and asteroids and everything, you'll have to study the physics, and you'll have to choose the PCM. Okay. So the cardiovascular technologist is the degree which you can take after PCB, and it is of the duration 4 years. And these people basically are dealing with your nervous system, the central nervous system, and these people operate on you after. The thing about this is, then we have the perfusionist and occupational, see, perfusionist and cardiovascular people, they have the similar sort of job. They are working with the central nervous system, and they are working with the cardiovascular cardiovascular diseases and pulmonary diseases are the one which are related to the heart and the lungs. They are not doctors, but they are no less than the doctors, right? All these things, the pharmacy practitioner, radiographers, or occupational therapists, they might not sound much conventional, they might not sound much let's say beneficial or much money to you, but they actually earn pretty good, all these people. And the lack of awareness basically leads to the lack of these professionals in their fields. So you can always avail these opportunities, because right now there's a high saturation in the market of engineers and doctors. So that is up to you if you want to avail these opportunities or not. Okay. Which job might be thriving in the coming near future? In the coming near future, there'll be a boom in all these jobs that we are talking about for the PCB, and in PCM, there'll be a boom in the coding industry, basically the bachelors of the computer applications and the bachelors of computer sciences. Okay. Can you give any points on becoming an astrophysicist? I'll be taking all the questions, and don't worry, we'll be clearing everything. And there are some other courses as well. Nowadays, you can also avail an opportunity to become a dietitian. And as so many of you, these dietitians are very less, and they're present only in the metro cities. Rather, their crowd is very less as compared to the big field or the big market that awaits a lot of dietitians and nutritionists. Okay. Ma'am, in the occupational therapist, it says 4.5 years or so, or 1 year. That basically means that this particular degree depends on the research of the occupation that you have chosen for which you want to become the occupational therapist. Occupational therapist is the person who actually helps the people to live up to their fullest, to unlock their the cognitive abilities, the brain abilities. Okay, ma'am, how do we get into the colleges like Harvard Medical School for PG? Don't worry, we have a section coming up for that as well in this presentation only, so you don't have to worry about that. It takes 15 years to complete MBBS course going for a cardiac surgeon degree. Actually, the thing is, you can complete the course in, let's say, 8 to 9 years, but for being a practitioner and for for being the firm with your hand, you would have to establish yourself. Okay, it would be better to arrange PCM and PCB separately. All right, we'll keep that in mind. Right, let's just start with the presentation. Which is the best college for NASA? Harvard. I was kidding. You can go to IITs as well and do the astrophysics. Right. Cybersecurity for my country, which course should I do? BCA. You can start with the BCA, or you can start with the programming. Okay, you can learn the coding. What about the PCMB? PCMB people have all the options that both the PCM and PCB people have. Okay. Which country has more scope for dentistry? Actually, a lot of countries, including the South Asian countries, right? Aniket, robotic doctors require a lot of work for now. So let's just come back to the non-conventional careers. The non-conventional careers basically are the law, management, mass communication. Law, see, the thing about the non-conventional careers is that people, let's say with the law, or people, let's say, with multiple things, such as in the mass industry, or let's say in the animation, it all depends upon which hobby you're interested in and which hobby you want to take up as the profession. Okay. So law is basically a 5-year degrees. Management is basically a 4-year degree. Mass communication is, I think, 3 to 4-year degree. And then we have the animation as well. There are certain centers which provide you a diploma in the animation, and you get better with the practice. Or apart from that, Ask ITINS has also started with the teachers of the IT, which can teach you animations and everything. Right? Artificial intelligence, you can go with the BTech. BCA, BA in maths or stats has greater career options. Yes, actually it does. See, there are different things. The BCA, BSc are just the name of, let's say, the degrees which are covering the all over things, right? You'd still have to go into the depth to choose the particular courses, and it is impossible to talk about all the courses in just one session, right? Yes, Ask ITINS have coding classes going on, so you can avail all those opportunities, and it's a very good opportunity for you. Actually, you can go ahead and avail all those coding classes.
Ma'am, how
Okay,
to avail it?
but you can talk to the support, right? You can talk to the support.
Ma'am, for coding, which one should we choose?
The language, if you're talking about right now, everything is based on the Python.
Not
Okay,
that, ma'am. PCM, PCMB, or which one?
you can choose either of them, but it will be ideal if you choose the PCM, because coding requires the mathematics as well.
Okay, ma'am.
Right.
Ma'am,
Yes, Bacha.
can you share some information like about nanotechnology? Like which?
Mm-hmm. Nanotechnology, if you want to go for, you will have to go for the biotechnology, right? For biotechnology, to be a biotechnologist, you'll have to choose the PCB, and then you'll have to go in the different courses, which are actually provided by multiple universities. And nanotechnology is going to be a very big market in the upcoming years, because everything is going small, as there are there are already 7.5 billion people on Earth. Okay. Yes, so $75,000 a year for astrophysicists. Thank you, whosoever that is. Okay, Shaurya will be taking care of that. Now, everybody, yes, please.
Is the field of genetics or psychology related to what you were showing right now?
Non-conventional careers? No, actually, it is related to the psychologist you can see here, and the biotechnologist you can see here. Okay, it
So
is for the
does
PCMB
genetics fall
students.
under biotechnology?
Yes, genetics falls under the biotechnology, and there are multiple things such as the cytogeneticists, right? Even genetics has multiple fields. All you have to do is look into it, research, find your area of interest, and look for the opportunities. Okay.
Okay.
Ma'am,
Yes.
for civil service exams?
For civil service exams, you can choose the any of these, PCM, PCM, or PCB. There are multiple syllabus. There are actually separate syllabus for biology and mathematics students, and you'll have to study the humanities and geography and different history in that. Okay, for civil services, and criteria is different for different civil services. Okay.
What is the scope for biotechnology in India, miss?
For biotechnology in India, actually, there is a Silicon Valley of India, which is called as the Bengaluru. Nowadays, biotechnology is booming there. And apart from that, biotechnology is more appreciated abroad for now. For example, there's world's 4th ranked university in the biotechnology, that is Queen's University in the Ireland. And it also provides scholarships based on the essays that you write, or if you're a girl. So if you want to go for the biotechnology for next 4 to 5 years, you should go to the abroad itself rather than being in India. That is for biotechnology.
Ma'am,
Yes, please.
ma'am, do you recommend doing UG for doctor? Do you recommend doing UG in India and then going for PG abroad, or doing both in India, ma'am?
Actually, if we talk about the previous education system that we had, the education policy before 2020, then UG was most recommended here in India, because here in India, we pay attention more to the core subjects. But after the change of education policy in 2020, every UG will be same as that of the any other country. And rather, because of this unsettling thing right now, the teachers will be trained by 2023. So it's better if you go for the UG in the in institutes like the IIT or or the prestigious institutes which take students by the entrance exam such as the JEE or GMAT or CAT or STAT, right?
Ma'am, I'm talking about MBBS, ma'am.
For MBBS, India is the best. India is the best for MBBS, especially the
Ma'am.
medical colleges. Yes.
Ma'am, what is the pay for a cybersecurity person?
Pay for a cybersecurity person, if you're choosing to open your own firm, that might cost you a lot than what you're earning. But once you're set, and it all depends on whatever image you're building for the people, or if you get a job at the cyber firm, you are getting paid pretty high for the cyber firms.
What
Yes.
would you suggest? Is India better for biomedical engineering or abroad?
Actually, there are a few colleges and institute in the India which are better in biomedical engineering than the abroad. And if you want to go for the abroad, you would have to choose universities like Stanford, Harvard, or Manchester.
Ma'am, I think we should study BCA for cybersecurity, is it?
Yeah.
Ma'am,
You can
in
start
India,
with the BCA, you can start with the BTech and coding as well. My cousin herself is doing the BTech in like engineering and the IT, and she's studying coding side by side.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
What we should study for robotics? Like which subjects we should choose?
You should choose the physics, chemistry, maths for the starting, and later on you can go for the BTech in robotics. Okay. Next thing that we're talking about is the world ranking in the world ranks of the different universities from India. You can see all of these universities here, and these have ranged from this rank to this rank over the years. Okay. All the IITs, institutes of the science, and all the different. Please mute yourselves, whosoever that is. Right. And apart from that, I will give you the list of more institutes than this, and I will be providing you the links as well, which will give all the detailed information of all the institutes at one place. So you don't have to worry about that. I'll be giving all of these. Yes, these are for India as well only.
Ma'am, for neurosurgeon, what do you suggest? Indian studies or abroad?
For neurosurgeon abroad. Okay, and then there are multiple entrance exams that you need to understand for. Okay. So if you are talking about the colleges that we need to get in, there are different top universities right here, and there are different entrance exams. Now, if we talk about the BHU UET, BHU UET is the Banaras Hindu University undergraduate entrance test. Okay. Now, this is a common entrance test. It has different syllabus for different courses that we choose, and it is basically a pen paper test nowadays, and it has recently been turned into both pen based test and the digitalized computer based test. Okay. Ma'am, do all these exams have the exams have separate entrance exam? It is covered. See, all these separate exams are these for these particular universities and this particular field as well, the multiple agricultural colleges and agricultural universities. Okay. Yes, Samyank. Even if you choose PCB, that will be fine as well. Yes, Bharat, MBA abroad. The thing is, then if you talk about the BHU, it is basically an objective test, and it contains questions separately from all the sections of the subjects that you have chosen in your 12th standard, right? 11th and 12th standard. And then we have the AMUEE, that is the Aligarh Muslim University entrance test. This again is also an...
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, to become forest officer, which exam should write?
I'm sorry, what?
Ma'am, to become forest officer, which exam should write?
UPSC. Okay,
Okay, ma'am.
Based on the UPSC rank, there are certain categories which you get selected in. Okay.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay.
Ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, to become an endocrinologist, is it good for a course in India or abroad?
For becoming a what?
Endocrinologist.
Endocrinologist. Yeah, that is better for abroad, not in India. Those sort of branches in the medical industry have not been that much explored here.
Ma'am,
right?
which universities for the endocrinologist?
Universities which are UK based for sciences.
Okay.
Now, apart from
Excuse
that,
me,
we
ma'am.
have, guys, later, please let me finish this first. Okay. Now, if we talk about that ICER aptitude test, ICER Institute, see, Indian Institute of Sciences is the body organization which has three gates to itself. It has the KVPY exam, which comes under the merit-based scholarships, which we'll be talking about, and it goes upon the ICER aptitude test, that is IAT, and based on the merit that you have gotten in your 11th and 12th standard, basically the 12th standard boards, right? So here as well, you'll be getting different sort of, let's say 50 questions from physics, 50 from chemistry, 50 from maths and biology, both the subjects, right? So all four subjects, 200 questions, objective type of paper, right? And there is a separate criteria for the positive and negative marking, but in all these tests, there is a negative marking. Indian MBBS is recognized by the USA. Every MBBS is recognized all over the world. You just have to give one particular exam to pass in that country, to practice in that country, right? For India, if let's say if an Indian student is going to the Russia for completing his MBBS, she can complete the MBBS in the Russia, and they can come back, give that one particular entrance test, and they can practice in India. And if they can't, their MBBS won't be valid here. Okay, which degree should we select for the astrophysics? There's BSc in astrophysics. You can do that. Okay, if you're looking to be an entrepreneur, you should go with your instincts and your interest. Right, after that we have the PAT. If somebody wants to, these
The
all
only
four
option for
institutes,
MBBS.
which NEET is only option for MBBS for the government colleges and from the high-end colleges, which select the students based on their rankings in the NEET. Although if you don't want to give NEET, you can have the colleges which are based on the donation. For example, there's one college, the medical college in Moradabad. You can go ahead there without the NEET exam. Okay. For an NII student to enter prestigious institutes like IIT and NIT, are there any special exams? No, there is not any special exam apart from JEE. Also, you can get the quota of NIR. So you'll be admitted based on that if you get the good score. Does NASA accept astrochemists? I'm not fully aware of the NASA, how NASA works, but there must be something which NASA could use about the astrochemists apart from the astrophysicists. Okay, ma'am, for environment engineering abroad or India, for environment engineering, there are institutes like TERI in India. TERI is a very prestigious deemed university where you can go for the environmental engineering. There is IITs and there are abroad. Okay.
Ma'am, if I want to have a major in physics, which institute will be better, ISC Bangalore or ISEER?
For physics?
Yes, ma'am.
ICER.
Okay. And then later on, if I want to continue in the field of astrophysics, then which institute should I choose?
For astrophysics?
Yes, ma'am.
For astrophysics, I think there are courses given in astrophysics in the IIT Guwahati maybe. Okay, so I'll do one thing. I'll list down all the colleges and I'll be providing you with the links here after the presentation, so you don't have to worry about that.
Which country?
Yes, NEET also has NRI quota. Yeah.
Ma'am, which country other than India is good in biomedical engineering?
For biomedical engineering, we have Ireland, we have California, we have US, of course, right? And all the, like most of the UK based institutes. Okay.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Yes. Kapil, what is the doubt? Okay. Guys, we can take the doubts after this, right?
Are there any colleges in India for sound technology?
Sound technology, not that I've heard of. I'm so sorry for that. Okay. Next, we have the agricultural universities. Agricultural universities usually go by their undergraduate tests or their preliminary agricultural tests, right? And these, this is by the Jharkhand board, Chhattisgarh board, and the Madhya Pradesh board and the Punjab board, right? Varun, I'll try my best, and if I'm not able to, the separate meetings would be there for the different things such as PC and PCB by different teachers. There are more webinars coming up, so you don't have to worry about that. Okay, so these entrance exams, all of the entrance exams in India nowadays are pen based and computer based both. They are all objective, they all have negative marking, they all have prescribed number of questions based on the subjects that you have chosen in the 11th and 12th standard. Okay, how to get admission in ISRO? But in ISRO, you can go for the ICE, like with the help of the ICER and several other, with the help of JE as well. Okay. Ma'am, for robotics and AI, which branch of engineering should we choose? EEE or ECE, please advise. Okay, I'll advise that and I'll be taking the doubts at the end. So please pay attention to here itself first, okay? And then we have these. Again, Amity University. Okay, one thing about the Amity University is that Amity University is all around the world. Okay, there are several branches of Amity all around the world. So if you do any course from the Amity and if you apply for the Amity Institute in the another country, you'll be immediately accepted based on being an alumni to the another Amity University, right? So it will save a lot of cost. Whosoever that is, please don't do that, right? And based on the cost, guys, could you tell me who that is so that I can kick them out of the webinar?
Aditya.
All right, all right, Aditya. Right, and then we have the top ranked universities all around the world: Oxford, Cambridge, London, College of London, the economics and political sciences, different things. And these are the different top ranking institutes, such as the different magazines and different electing bodies, which have actually categorized these institutes based on their rankings all over the world. Okay. For BSc graduation, IIT, which exam should we give? For BSc graduation, they have their own entrance test. So you'd have to go to the IIT website
Excuse
to
me,
avail
ma'am?
that. Yeah.
Ma'am, for BTech robotics, which university is the best?
BTech robotics. I think that is
There
given
is
by
no
IIT
robotics is an
Roorkee
advanced subject. Robotics is a very advanced subject. You have to either
after
finish electronics
engineering. Yeah,
communication
that's what I'm saying.
or computer science or IT, and then you go do master's PhD in robotics. You can't
Yes.
Sir,
start.
your
You have to
voice
do
is
the
not clear.
What he is saying is that robotics is an advanced subject and you can do it in the MTech rather than the BTech, right? And robotics is offered by the IIT Roorkee for now, as far as I have know of, like as far as I know right now. Okay.
the
Yes,
best branch
Patu.
for undergraduate to do robotics, opt for ECE. That's the best suitable branch. And number 2 is a computer science. If you have these two interests, then robotics you can go masters.
Thank you so much, sir. Right. How do we enter DRDO? For DRDO, you can enter through the college projects. That is the most easiest way. Otherwise, you have to, yes, Aditya, yes. Commercial pilot, what are the best colleges? For commercial pilots, you can avail anything. You can go to the Indigo Institute, you can go to the Spice Airlines. They provide training for commercial pilots, okay?
Ma'am, what is the best college for BSc Astrophysics? Astrophysics.
Guys, if the juvenile classes are going to create such nonsense, I will not be including the juvenile classes in any of the upcoming webinars. So it's all up to you. For astrochemistry and astrophysics, I'll be listing down the colleges. I am repeating this for the 5th time in the entire presentation. Do not ask me this question. I will be listing down the colleges. All right. I cannot just name all the colleges at once, right? So these are the universities. The Glasgow is the best because Glasgow also offers you different scholarships based on your merit. Okay. Ma'am, Amity universities for engineering, Amity universities for all those, all the courses. It is the university, right? So it includes all sort of courses. Education system has changed and those changes will be applicable till 2023. So you do not need to worry about right about now. Okay. You'll still have to give these exams. You'll still have to face these entrance exams to get into the prestigious institutes. So these entrance exams do not change. You would have to pay attention. If you want to get into these particular programs, you would have to take those subjects and you would have to study. All right. Currently, what you should do, currently just take your subjects very seriously. Choose the subjects in the upcoming years according to whatever career you want to prevail, and go for these tests. Okay. Petroleum engineering, India. Then we have the courses which are used by the different sort of countries, right? The important thing about these courses is, if you talk about the undergraduate courses, there is American test and the SATs. SATs basically are the assessment test based on whatever you're writing in your exam and the merit that you've gotten in your 11th and 12th standard. Okay, in the SAT exam, the major thing that will be tested in both SAT and ACT will be your maths and will be your language skills, right? And then we have the TOEFL and IELTS and PTE. These tests are basically the education tests, and based on these tests you have to get some bands. There are 10 bands. You have to score at least 7 to 7.5 bands for each different country. There's different norm for every country, and these are required so that they are let's say very sufficed with the proficiency or the efficiency you have with the English language, right? These are not as difficult. Yes, please.
Is there any, like in terms of their weightage, SAT is better than ACT or vice versa, or we should try both?
Sir, SAT is actually recognized by all the universities all over the world, and ACT is based on the American Institute. So if you want to go for the American Institute, you should aim for the ACT, and SAT is internationally recognized, so you can go for all over the world. Okay.
That's question. Even for USA, SAT is better or ACT for US?
ACT for USA, ACT.
Ah, okay. Thanks.
All right. Yeah. Okay.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes, please.
Can you throw some light on aerospace engineering for India undergraduate?
I'll be throwing that light after I've discussed the scholarships. There are much more pressing topics in that, and I'll be taking that as well. Okay, just mention it at the end of the presentation, right?
All right.
All right.
Sorry for disturbing, ma'am. Just a small. I mean, apart from USA and UK, can you also share some knowledge about European countries, like European Union? What is their requirement? Because UK is not a part of EU, so they have a different system. But what about the other European countries?
For the European countries, again, see, there's this, there are different agencies in the Delhi. I'm just starting this with the background first. There are different agencies in Delhi which coordinate with different sort of universities all around the world. So when I was in my undergrad, like when I was doing my undergrad, I went there to get admission. And for most of the universities all around the world, all they want to check is the English proficiency, right? And they need a letter of recommendations from the highest authority in your education institute, and they want a statement of purpose. That statement of purpose should be at least 250 to 300 words long essay based on why you want to join that particular test, right? And if you give that statement of purpose, that should actually not match with anything on the internet. They do this piracy test, all right? The plagiarism test, sorry. So that doesn't need to match with anything. And if the plagiarism is more than 3%, your statement of purpose would be neglected.
Another thing I want to add, for European university, for undergraduate, options are very, very little. Language will be a barrier. Why UK and USA or Singapore is better? Because the undergraduate courses are English. German, France, Sweden, Denmark, everywhere the undergrads are in their own native language.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That plus the Southeast countries, plus the South Asian countries such as the China, Japan, Korea, they require you to first study their language and then pursue the degrees in their countries. So
yeah, but just it's because the reason there are certain European countries like Switzerland, they provide they give super specialization in pharmacy or in medicines or biotechnology. So in that case, I don't think for those kind of courses they don't need their local language. Then in that case,
yeah, Sir, the thing is, the local language is required for just undergraduate programs all over the world, right? Like in the countries which actually apply these onto their students, right? They imply these onto their students. Otherwise, whatever master courses are present in whichever country, all of them are in English. Master courses, all of them are in English. Only the undergrad
Absolutely.
courses are there.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, underground the language challenge will definitely there. You have
Yeah.
to 1 year you have to spend to do that language.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right. And
Okay, thank you.
it's okay, sir. It's okay. And then we have the GMAT and GRE. The thing about the GMAT and GRE is that these particular courses, the thing is that why are we discussing all of this? I want the kids to have all the information, although they're in 9th and 10th standard, but sir, everything changes in a blink of eye. I was in 9th standard a few years ago and now I'm a teacher, right? So let's just continue with the presentation. Now, when we are talking about the GRE and GMAT, these also are based on all the assessment that you have chosen, and GRE, GMAT basically assist you based on whatever cognitive abilities you have. Cognitive as in the problem solving abilities that you have, right? I'll not discuss much about this. I'll rather give you links. Let's just discuss about the scholarships which are provided in India, right? There are different scholarships for girls. There are different scholarships for merit. There are different scholarships for talent. Okay, talent based on the co-curricular activities. If you're a good singer, if you're a good dancer, or if you're good at the sports, you can avail these opportunities. Apart from that, we have the merit. For merit, we have certain scholarships which are granted on the based on the score, on the basis of your score, which you will attain in the particular exam for that scholarship, right? Ma'am, if should be done, I want to design jets or go for the, what should be done? Is there any medical course present in the MIT? Not in the India. Like medical courses different are present, but not the MBBS, right? Raj will discuss that later. Apart from that, if we talk about the different scholarships, all these scholarships are provided to the women or girls in the India. Their eligibility criteria varies from whatever score you have gotten in the test, for whatever score you have gotten in the 11th or 12th standard, or if you are not economically sound, or if you are disabled, or if you are like the girls basically are considered as sort of a minority here. So they are provided the different quotas in the different colleges as well. You'll get an admission quota, you'll get the scholarship quota, you can avail different sort of these scholarships as well, right? And the TechNIP is for the individuals, for the women individuals who want to go into the technology. This is provided after the 12th standard, and this is just one-time scholarship. And then we have the Santur Women's Scholarship. This is provided till you have completed your undergraduation. And then we have, there are not 170 slides, there are only 30 slides, okay? And then we have the Lady Meherbai D Tata Education Scholarship. This is also based on the financial assistant, right? And then we have the Adobe Research Women in Technology Scholarship. Again, the Lady Meherbai and Adobe are also provide for the abroad learning if some women want to assist, like they avail them, right? And similarly, we have all these sort of scholarships which are either given annually, which are either given until your education is completely complete or completely finished, right? The changes that you can expect from the ranks of universities are none. No rank of university will be changed, right? But they will be controlled under one particular body, okay, which is yet to be elected properly. From 9th grade, if you're going to prepare for these scholarships, you just need to be good at your core subjects, because most of these scholarships are the objective exam, and you'll be you'll be giving your exams based on the core subjects, right? These are not applicable to NRI students. These scholarships are for Indian students only, and Indian students who want to go to the different countries for studying, okay?
Ma'am?
Yes.
Ma'am, at the end of the video, at the end of the session, can you please give the link for the PPT?
Yeah, sure. Actually, this link will be provided by the support. You don't have to worry about that, and I'll add certain more links. Also, the video will be uploaded on the YouTube. So if you want to watch it earlier, like later on, that's up to you. Now, more than 25 scholarships could be availed based on if you're a woman, right? And some of them right here, these are the Indian government given. The Indira Gandhi's Indian government, L'Oreal, Clinic Plus, Entershala. These are the career-based scholarships which are given by the private bodies. So I have included all the prestigious list of the scholarships which you want to check out later on, right? So scholarships are not applicable to the NRIs. For girls, they could be applicable, but I'm not sure about the boys. Okay.
Ma'am, can you tell me the name of the college in Muradabad for MBBS?
I think it's Medical College of Muradabad or something. My colleagues
separate entrance exam will be there for them?
No, there's no separate entrance exam. You just have to clear NEET, and even if you don't, they just take the students based on the donation. So we have Tirthankar Mahavir Medical College and Research Center.
Name of the college?
Yeah, actually, yeah, it's Tirthankar Mahavir Medical College. Okay.
In Medical College in Muradabad.
Yeah, in Muradabad. Yes.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay.
Ma'am.
Yes.
Are there any what are like the scholarships provided for NRIs? Are there any for NRIs?
These scholarships for women, they could be availed by the NRI like the girl child, and on the merit as well. Different NRIs can sit on the basis of the merit and talent. Okay, but there are certain scholarships which are based on the financial backgrounds. Those only can't be availed. Okay, apart from that, the kids can take the exams for the scholarships, be it NRI, be it Indian, and I mean their nationality is Indian, right? So they'll be based on the merit and all the other things they can sit. Which are the top ranked medical college in the India and in the world? Top ranked medical college. I think most of them are in India. Yes, please.
Ma'am, actually, I wanted to ask whether there will be a doubt session in the end, because I have quite a lot of questions and I don't want to interrupt the slides.
Yeah, sure. We are just done with that and we can go ahead with the doubt session later on. Okay, like
okay,
after this, right?
Okay,
right.
Thank you.
Okay, so on the basis of the merit,
many universities also provide scholarships on
yes, they do.
yeah, like mostly to women and to boys as well, because they don't sometimes they they don't discriminate against gender.
Yeah, see, the gender thing is only for the merits with these scholarships which are going for the girls. Otherwise, for the talent and for the merit, that could be available by both the boys and girls. Also, the universities which are providing these scholarships, those are mostly based on if you have gotten the marks above certain percentage, or if you're good at the essay writing and so, right? Or if you have this, if you have been participating in
so
these
essay writing is a key
activities.
component, right?
It is actually, it is used by multiple universities. I can give you the names, right? I'll be giving you the names as well.
Okay,
ma'am, after clearing this KVPY and giving the interview for ISC Bangalore, is there any other entrance exam that I need to occur in to get into ISC Bangalore?
No. If you're going for the KVPY and ISER, I think apart from that, you can go for the JEE, and the level of KVPY is more than JEE mains, but less than JEE advanced. So you'd have to prepare for that accordingly as well. Okay.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, if I want to study abroad engineering, can I get scholarship for that?
Based on the nationality, if you're an Indian, you can get several government scholarships for the abroad. You can also get scholarships from those universities if you tell them that that you're not financially sound. Because I did that actually, because my father's also only a teacher, so they provided me with 7 lakhs of scholarship. 7 lakhs of scholarship. So that's a huge amount.
At the graduation level also they provide, like if we want to medicine, for medicine also.
Yes, yes.
Okay. So your credentials should be very good for that.
I had scored more than 85% in the 12th standard at that time, and I had interacted with the online interview. Like I had given the online interview to the people there. I had submitted my statement of purpose and everything, and they provided me 7 to 8 lakh of scholarship. Like it was provided by different universities, right? So the level of or the amount of scholarship can vary, right, based on whatever course you're choosing, but otherwise you can easily talk to them. That's not an issue.
So do we need any extracurricular activities certificates for that also,
That
for
would
the
help.
scholarship?
That would help. That would help actually, right?
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am, what about
Ma'am, I
medical
have a question
scholarship?
about
Yes.
quotas, ma'am. For NRIs, do they give for MBBS? Do they give all India quota and state quota, or is it only all India quota?
For the NEET exam, it's different
For the NEET
quotas are
exam.
there. Yeah, for NEET exam there are different quotas. There's SC or OBC quota. There is general quota. There's all India quota.
No, I'm talking about
And
NRIs, ma'am.
there is NRI quota as well. Okay.
Is it only for all India, or is it also for state?
For
Excuse me,
state,
madam.
yeah.
What we are asking is whether NRIs are eligible for both all India quota and state quota. This is what we are asking.
No.
Ma'am, can you please answer?
Only all India quota, or what exactly, ma'am?
NRI quota only. That will be separate. And if you want to lose the NRI quota, then you can apply from the All India. You can avail only one category.
All India quotas, which means not the
That's
state
up
quota.
to you. That's up to you. Yeah, not state quota. Yes, please.
Can you please answer these questions at the end?
Yes, I'm so sorry. Actually, the questions keep
Please
on coming,
continue,
and we do not have much time. So yeah, this is the list that will be giving you in the end of the this particular presentation. Apart from that, we have, on the basis of talent, the Sanskriti that we are seeing. These are based on the music, right? This is also based on the music, and then we have some for the sports person. And the applications time as well are given, and the providers names are also given, so you can go ahead and check out these. Most of these are not based on only one sports or only one talent. You can avail it based on the different talents that you can have. You can be a good painter, you can be good in the classical music, you can be good in different sort of sports. Mohammed, for medical, India is better, and there's much more. I mean, like there is a list of more universities and scholarships.
If I want to go to an acting field, so what kind of examination should I take?
If you want to go where?
Acting field, ma'am.
Acting field, you'd have to get admitted in the Mumbai in this particular theater of theater college, which is the Indian Theater College, and it is the most prestigious. I did not do much research on that because I wasn't expecting the actors sitting on here, right? But you can go ahead and look up to that. It is in the Mumbai, and it is the most prestigious, and most of the high paid actors have arisen from that particular college. Okay.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, so when we'll be taking the doubts in the later session, Bacha, it's very important for you to understand that particular decorum. Okay, so everybody else has also been keeping patience, so you do as well. Okay. So that depends up. See, all the three things, the mindset, hard work, smart work, you can understand. The micro planning is what I wanted to explain. Micro planning is based on every step that you have laid out, or based on whatever career option you have chosen. First, you'll have to go through the subject. Second, you'll have to go through the list of colleges that you can avail. Then you'll have to go through the entrance exams. These are the steps that you need to follow. So first thing is the based on micro planning is the subject knowledge or the subjects to be chosen. Second thing is the list of colleges or universities, that's up to you. And third thing is the entrance tests that you need to know of. And fourth thing is the scholarships, if any scholarships are there. So if you go and work on these four particular things with one major prestigious thing, the career opportunities, apart from what you have already in mind, right? So if you work on these 5 things, that will be called as the micro planning, and it will be very important, right? and there are certain high-end jobs based on the conventional courses or the let's say the traditional courses that you guys take, and if you're afraid, this is just a reference for all of you to just have a look at and see if there are courses or if there are jobs which are paying for all your bills and paying for all your travels and tours, right? So that you need to see. And that's it. Now I'm open to all sorts of discussions and questions.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes, please.
Ma'am, for the NRIs, if they want to opt for like MBBS, do they need to give NEET exam or there is a separate NRI quota for that? What is the procedure actually?
You can avail the NRI quota with the means of NEET exam. Okay, so you'd have to give NEET exam no matter what if you want to do the MBBS in India.
Okay, ma'am. And then what about the fees will be the same, ma'am, as the normal resident Indians, or NRI fees would be different?
See, the fees in the medical colleges is very minimum, and it will be same for every single student whosoever is admitted there if they do not have any financial crisis or if they fall into the SC/ST category, that is the special caste and special tribes, right? Apart from that, you will have the normal fees.
What is the cutoff for NRI and what is the cutoff for India, means particularly all India student?
NRI students have to qualify the exam, and the qualifying score for the NRI students is 135.
Madam, what is the criteria to get aerospace engineering in the UK?
Aerospace engineering in UK. Okay, give me a space.
Ma'am, we need information particularly related to the cutoff for the open category. Open category, first of all, what is the NRI cutoff for the open category? What is again all India cutoff for the open category? And what is the means particularly the Maharashtra? You can say Maharashtra cutoff for the open category. Last.
Excuse me, ma'am. I'm sorry to interrupt.
Bacha,
I don't have any doubt. So, like, can I leave the meeting?
Yeah, sure. Sir, that is for the aerospace engineering that you asked, the most better universities. And if you want the cutoff, sir, I'll do one thing. I'll include the link for the cutoffs as well. Cutoffs change over the years, and cutoff this year will be significantly lower than the previous years. But the average value where the cutoffs remain is somewhere around 400 to 600.
Excuse me, ma'am.
For all India open, yes, please.
Yeah, which is the best university for robotic engineering?
Best universities for robotic engineering based on the. Just give me a second, please. Yes, please. Next question.
What are the best universities
for JEE,
biomedical
suppose,
engineering?
hello.
Yes, I'm listening.
Ma'am, for JEE, suppose if we are not able to crack the JEE, because JEE is mainly for NIT exam, right? So suppose if we give JEE and if we are not getting in NIT, so which is the top Indian colleges which accept JEE score rather other than NIT, or we have to prepare any other exam?
You don't have to prepare any other exam for the same course. There are multiple colleges which will be mentioned in your in the list that I'll be providing you. They all take the students based on these ranks, right?
But there are, I think, state-wise, all India for engineering, they are taking some CET, common entrance test. So whether as a
that
NRI,
is separate from the JEE.
Yeah. But as a NRI, can we apply that or no need if we only prepare for JEE?
If you only prepare for JEE, then you don't need to apply for the separate test. You will be selected from the JEE itself.
Ma'am, I have a question, ma'am. Ma'am, what about the colleges in biomedical engineering? What are the best?
Biomedical engineering, bacha, I would specifically recommend you to the Queen's Belfast University in Ireland. That is the best biotechnological engineering providing university. Also, the entire research of, let's say, 60% funds of research of entire Europe goes to that particular university. It is the best.
Ma'am, the NIT.
Ma'am, SAT2 is still valid now. SAT2, we can have SAT2 for a JEE.
Yes.
Ma'am, for JEE, there is no NRI
Ma'am, for IT degrees.
There are multiple questions. Please comment.
Yes, yes, madam.
Ma'am,
We are
for
regarding
IT degrees.
aerospace engineering. Aerospace engineering in India. Where is the college?
Aerospace engineering in India. There
Yeah.
are multiple colleges actually. The first one which should come into your mind should be the Indian Institute of Bombay, that is the IIT Bombay, MIT Manipal, and I'll just go ahead and paste the list. Okay.
Yeah,
It's
ma'am,
okay.
what is the procedure
Ma'am,
to get
Yes,
is there
after
any
higher
special scholarship for boys or only talent?
not for like boys. Talent-based scholarships are not gender biased.
Ma'am, for IT degrees, there are different IT degrees, like triple ITs and NITs, which and to enter into them, we need to crack JEE. So, which college is more preferable, triple ITs or NITs? Because they both provide
Sorry, your voice is
IT
breaking a
packages as
lot.
well.
Hello, I'm sorry, your voice is breaking a lot. Can you repeat your question, please?
Ma'am, for IT degrees, like for IT-based companies, to enter into IT-based companies, there are different institutions in India, like
Yes.
triple ITs and NITs.
Yeah.
And to enter into them, we need to crack JEE. So,
Yes.
ma'am, which type of institution is more preferable, triple ITs or NITs? If we are
For IT
looking for
college, yeah, for
double IT.
IT colleges, I think triple IT is better than NIT. Triple IT is much better than NIT for IT courses.
Ma'am, what is the best way to get admission in BIT?
Best way to get admission in IT or NIT?
BIT.
DIT. Are you talking about the DIT University of India?
BIT Mishra, ma'am.
Ma'am, what is a good college for in Delhi? Which one is a good college for bachelor and masters in physics if you want to go for?
North
IIT
Campus of
Delhi.
Delhi University.
Pardon?
If you want to go for the Delhi University, that is the North Campus of Delhi University. If you want to go for the IITs, then there are different IITs all around the India.
Ma'am, should I pursue my MBBS in private medical college or government medical college?
Government medical college.
St. Stephen's,
Ma'am,
what is the cutoff for
ma'am,
that?
just one
St.
question.
Stephen- Yes,
Ma'am,
sir.
just one question. In regard to the new education policy that we have just started seeing since 2 days, for a grade 9 student, what change or what options can he look for PCM or PCB in the coming years? Is there a change in the 9th, 10th curriculum, or is electives and selectives, or what?
All the curriculum is changed. First of all, just 1 second, sir. Ma'am, for St. Stephen College, the cutoffs goes above 95%. Okay.
Is it for NRI is separate or NRI can also apply, ma'am?
NRI can also apply. There is no separation for NRI there. And for the education policy, if you're talking about, sir, the education policy is 5 plus 3 plus 3 plus 4. 5 is for the preliminary years, 3 years for the middle school, 3 years for the high school, right? And then 4 years for the graduation. So all the subjects, be it arts, science, or maths, or anything, right? So everything will be separated. All the subjects will be reduced to the core knowledge. There will be nothing extra. And every subject will be reduced to the core knowledge with cutoff of the syllabus. Also, the NCERT books are under revamping, so that will be there. And your child can choose arts with maths or music with biology or whatever subject they want to choose. And the impact of that particular thing on the entrance tests coming up, or on the big let's say universities and the colleges and different courses, has not yet been predicted. But the thing is that what we are thinking would happen will be your child would have to choose those particular subjects in order to pursue those particular courses, right?
Is it effective as of now, or is
It will be affected. It is affected as of now, but the teachers would be trained till 2023. So I think everything will be arranged properly, very gradually till 2023, according to the government. But as we all know, it takes more time. Is there any scholarship for that?
I'm just asking for a
Excuse
grade
me,
9
ma'am, is there
student.
NRI quota for IIT?
Guys, let him speak first.
For a grade 9 student, does he have to plan as per the CBSE or NCERT 9th, 10th exam and 11th, 12th exam, or is it going to be different from this year itself?
I think everything will be different from the next session, first of all, and the board exams will be reduced to only 2 times a year, and also the syllabus of board exams will be reduced. So everything should be done according to the latest syllabus that has been provided by the CBSE.
Ma'am.
Thank you so
Madam,
much.
SAT 2 for Gulf students is still valid, madam? SAT 2 through DASA scheme?
Sir, that I have no idea about. I'm so sorry, but I think that will be answered more appropriately by the physics teacher. I'll be taking care of that in the next session. Yes,
Excuse
Bacha,
me, as a NRI students, I want to know as a
What's the
NRI
path
students,
for
if the after JE, if the qualification, if you see appeared in the JE, except NIT, what the other colleges they can, NIT and IITs, except that which other national engineering colleges they can go for?
you want to know if there are any other engineering colleges all around India apart from the this?
No, means as a NRI student, suppose as a NRI student, the
VITs and
student
all.
give as a
Nirma,
for the
VITs,
JE.
MITs and all.
Yeah. Actually, there is a College of Engineering in Pune that is top rated. There is Institute of Chemical Technology. There is Xavier Institute of Engineering. And there's a particular list. I'll be pasting the list. So don't have to worry about that. Okay.
Ma'am, let me now the parents from the across globally.
Okay.
Ma'am,
Yes, sir.
yeah, let me give you one more college name, okay, which is not address anywhere. Maybe very few knows about it. That is National Fire Service College Nagpur, which is also the good college. I mean, the student can choose it now, and it is the course started after 12th, and admission is given based upon G score. G score, and particularly if you look at the employment status and everything, the job placement is 100%, and now the girls also can adopt this course. Bachelor in Fire Engineering.
Okay. Thank you so much for that information.
Yeah,
Sir.
and it is means registered under Ministry of Home Affairs, and the school fees also very less, maybe 15,000 or 20,000. Okay. And I don't know about the NRI quotas. The students can check it by going to their website. It is a good college, and you can adopt the courses also.
Okay. Right. For the people who were asking about the if NRI student is an engineering aspirant, apart from the NITs and IITs, what colleges they can go for? These are the lists. Yes, please.
Ma'am, what can be the average cutoff for JEE for both NRIs and for the students who are in India?
I think for JEEs, it's probably higher. Miss for programming, just a second. Miss for programming, which country is best for both education and job? For programming, Silicon Valley is in California, I think. So I think California. Ma'am, for pursuing a career in the programming, should we go for programming coding? Should we go for the BTech? I think BTech plus coding, side by side coaching. Yeah. I'm so sorry. The cut for the JEE you're asking, right? JEE cutoff for
JEE, NRI quota for JEE. I don't think so. There is any NRI quota for IIT.
Yeah. There's no NRI quota for the JEE actually, but the thing is for the I think it's 100 marks, 81 marks, and 74 and 89.7 marks from the years 2016, 17, 18, and 19. The cutoff marks if we are
The
talking
question
of,
is
it's
if the
quite
student
high.
qualify in the JEE advance, if she scores well, even she is NRI student, she can take admission in the IIT, right?
Yeah. If she has for JEE main cutoffs, these are there, bacha. If the student has qualified the JEE advance, then they can take admission in the IITs based on the ranks. Rank is of the utmost important. Ma'am, doing medicine in Russia, Georgia, is it the same value of doing it in India? I think the countries have, again, you'd have to clear this one particular medical exam if you want to practice anything of the medical this field in India, right?
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes, please.
Ma'am, I wanted to know whether it would be good for a student to pursue the MBBS and PG both from India or both from some country or some college like Harvard Medical School, or like pursue their PG, that is MBBS from India, and then the UG MBBS from India and the PG from abroad.
See, the thing is, if you are doing the medical course, right? If you're doing the medical course from from any country, then you should complete that particular medical course in that country itself, right? Because every country in the means of the medical, they have different curriculum. It is different in US, it is different in like UK and India have similar, it is different in Russia, it is different in China. So if you're completing the medical, that is my personal advice. But if you want to go to some other country, if you want to go abroad for the UG, sorry, for the PG in the medical, then you should go for the Europe continent, because it has the similar education system as of us, right? Can you explain the path for the astronaut? Path for the astronaut. Who wants to go into the space? What about the science and biology? Okay.
Excuse me, ma'am. Good evening.
Yes, sir.
Regarding this change in the education policy now, after for the ninth standard, after 3 years, you say maybe after 11 they have to go for the entrance exams. But is there going to be any drastic change in entrance exams like NEET and JEE after the 11th? Maybe the 12th entrance exam will shift to 11th, but is there going to be any drastic change in that?
Sir, as of now, the NEET and the other entrance exams haven't given any statement. The bodies which control these entrance exams, they haven't given any statement. Now, you on internet and YouTube will find different theories, but I do not want to falsify anything for you. So the core thing is none of the entrance exam body has given any statement regarding to that. But what effects could be there? These entrance exams won't be as difficult, and they will be more generalized based on the communication skills and the generalized mathematics and science skills, right? The calculations and everything, just like conducted universally by the all other universities.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes, yes, please.
Hello, ma'am. I just have a question for JEE mains. Earlier, the students doing NRIs, engineering, they used to appear for SAT. Now, from next year onward, SAT is not applicable. They have to basically compete for JEE mains. What is going to be the cutoff for an NRI student for JEE mains?
Sir, NRI students do not have anything in the JEE mains.
On your behalf.
Yes,
for
please.
JEE mains, the cutoff for the Indian cutoff, everybody knows that about open, it's very tough. For NRI, it depends in that particular year, how many NRIs are appearing in that JEE exam.
Yes, exactly.
NRI volume is so low, it is nothing but SA2 type. Only the merit list will be based on NRI only, those NRI. Your rank
Excuse me, ma'am.
So
2021 student, if the child is finishing 12th in 2021 and wanted to pursue his graduation, he can have graduation in engineering from India, will it be the previous criteria or latest as per new education
latest
policy?
It will be latest, most probably it will be latest, most probably.
Okay, thank
Excuse
you.
me, ma'am.
Yes, please.
What is the fee structure for engineering students? NRI quota?
What is the cutoff for students of NRI quota?
What is the fee structure for NRI quota engineering students?
$8,000 for NRI. If you can directly get, it will be less than 1 lakh rupees or 1.5 lakh rupees per annum.
Excuse me, ma'am.
There you go. Yes, please.
Thank you so much.
Ma'am, could you tell me that after 2022, that education system?
Okay, education system, see, the preliminary education will be based on the Anganwadis and the LKGs, UKGs up to the 5 years, okay, of the student, along with the 5th class till 4th or 5th class, and then there'll be middle school starting from the 6th to 8th class, then there'll be high school 9th to 11th class, and then there'll be graduation 12th class plus the 3 years of college.
Oh, that means after 11th, they are going to attend this competitive exam?
Most probably.
Ma'am?
Yes.
I told my dad the chat box even read it, ma'am, you didn't answer it. Can you tell the path for an astronaut?
Yeah, path for an astronaut. You want to know the career path for an astronaut?
Yeah.
I'll be pasting the career path. Meanwhile, let the ma'am ask the question, please. Yes.
Ma'am, the whole system will change.
The entire system is going to change actually.
Oh.
What about computer science and bio?
Everything is changing. Everything is changing.
Then they don't have any board exam in 10th. There will
Board
not be...
exams won't be conducted once a year. Board exams would be conducted twice a year actually, and board exams syllabus would be reduced to the core matter of the subjects. For example, this particular thing, let's say even in the syllabus has been cut off even now by the CBSE, so the syllabus could also be more constricted or remain as is. Is University of Oxford a good option for medicine? Yes, Dyuti, it is. I did type that, Vacha.
Madam, for MIT,
National Education
for
Policy.
aerospace engineering, for MIT, what is the admission criteria?
For aerospace engineering.
In MIT, yeah, what is the criteria for admission there for NRI students? Is a separate interest test or merit basis?
Yeah, video start. Hello, ma'am.
There's an entrance test, sir. Yes, please.
This is Janardhan here. Just now we are talking about the new education policy. They have set a guide, and now the policy has been released, but they have set deadlines 2025, 2030, 2040. So they have set some deadlines for implementing each of the criteria. So it will take a long time for implementation of this 11th class criteria. I'm not sure whether it is going to apply for the current 9th student or 10th student. So it's going to take a long time. That is part number one. Part number two is for NRI students, the cutoff. Other coaching institutes have predicted for NRI students for JEE, that is for NITs only, that is going to be around 160 or 150. Okay, DASA category and CIWG category. For CIWG category, it is going to be around 160. For DASA category, it is going to be 140 or so. So this is the other institutions have predicted like this and available in their website. Thank you.
Okay.
Ma'am, what course would be the best if you want experience in business or setting up a firm?
Bacha, please saying ma'am repeatedly. What is your question?
I'm doing medicine in Russia and Georgia. Is it the same value of that of doing in India?
No, I said no. I answered your question before.
Ma'am, I would like to know the fee structure for NRI.
Ma'am.
Speaker, real text.
Sir, yes.
Ma'am, for next year's board exams, are we going to have semester-based?
No.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, please.
Yeah. After engineering completion,
sir, just a second. Kids, only parents are allowed to ask questions now, right? And that's it for today. I'm so sorry, kids. I'll be taking a few questions from the parents and I'll be concluding the webinar, okay? Please do not take it otherwise. It'll be all the questions will be answered later on. Okay.
Yeah. Madam.
Yes, sir.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yep. After engineering completion, what is the future? Because some of the my son is always telling after engineering means there is no such futures. Only after engineering we have to go for industry for the job. A part of the industry, what are the futures are there? Can you elaborate?
Yes. For engineering, if you're talking about, first of all, engineering is not limited to just the building of stuff or racking yourself into the electronics. Engineering is based on different domains. You can either go for the corporate sector, as your child said. You can either become a research scholar. You can either become a teacher. You can either become a professor. For now, right? Yeah. So there are multiple institutes. There are endless opportunities.
Yeah, that is what I'm telling, because my son is always questioning after completing engineering, I have to go industry only, and because of this, he is always complaining. No, it is not the perfect line, and he has so many questions in his mind. So that is why I'm asking. So after engineering, he can join in teachership or many other options are there.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay. Janani Rajesh, just a second, ma'am. Janani Rajesh, I think the previous institute students, so the previous institutes are better than the newly formed institutes.
No,
Right. I'm so sorry. What was the questions?
Hello.
Yes.
Ma'am, just I want to know that, ma'am, that if I want to do MBBS, then I go, if I want to go for MD, like gynecologist and all these things. So what will be the best option?
For country or college?
Yeah, country also, college also, ma'am.
Okay, so if you're going to do the MD is better offered in the government colleges itself, all the top ranking government colleges that I can assure you of. And if you want to go for the another country and for MD, I think US is the best apart from India, what I feel, what I've observed in the doctors.
Okay, okay. So for gynecologist and all these things, US is best.
Be it gynecologist, be it cardiologist, be it neurologist, be it anything, because they have more resources, they have more practicality. We also have resources, but we are still we still stick to the redundant ideas.
Yes,
That's why.
yes, right. And ma'am, for that, what is the procedure, ma'am? We have to attend some kind of entrance exam?
Actually, there are multiple entrance exams for MD.
Okay, okay. So
Yeah.
before we have to finish the MBBS and then we have to go for exam, right?
Yes.
You have to write USMLE.
That's what I said. There are
Which is
different
the world's
exams.
toughest exam.
NRI students from international board also allowed to sit in the JE, right?
Yeah.
Ma'am, I'm still
In the during college admission, they have to show for the A level or like this exam results, right?
After the college admission, right?
During college admission, suppose other than CBSC, international students suppose come from an international
They
board.
will have to show their credentials.
So their the only subject credit, if so like A level, EA, that will be enough, right?
Yeah, first of all, you'll have to check your eligibility, right? Based on the international board you're appearing from. And then if you are the best thing about JEE is that it goes for the credits that you score into the exam, the entrance exam. After that, you can give the subject credits.
Yes,
During
at least the A level is enough, right? A level exam.
Yeah. Yes, Bacha, what were you asking?
Ma'am, I'm still not, ma'am, I'm a parent actually. Good evening.
So sorry.
I'm sorry. It's okay, ma'am. Ma'am, I'm still not clear with the NRI policies of JE and NEET as well, because JE doesn't have NRI quota as per your discussion I got to know, and NEET has NRI quota, right, ma'am? I mean,
Absolutely wrong. Totally opposite. Only JE has NRI quota only for NIT and other college except IIT. NEET does not have any NRI quota. Only few state college and private college, they do allow based on NEET ranking some NRI quota, but they are very few. But JE has the NRI quota through DASA, where you can take admission in NIT and any other engineering college other than IIT. IIT does not have any DASA quota. So is that lot many questions are coming here. So I want to clarify for all benefit. JE has the NRI quota. JE main you have to qualify. Your list will be prepared as a general category as well as NRI category. And accordingly, depending upon that year, how many NRIs there are quota fixed in each of NIT, and there are many other colleges like Punjab Engineering College, Chandigarh College, all those. So that will be there. So once you are getting through that, you will pay 4 times the fees of the normal fees, which other students pay. If suppose you are getting from general quota in NIT Jaipur, and if you are getting NRI quota in Jaipur, you have to pay $8,000 plus hostel expenses. And in that case, if you are taking from general quota, you will get somewhere 1 lakh or 1.5 lakh. And I will give you the gist of also, if your JE rank is 5,000 or 6,000, you will get the civil engineering in NIT Jaipur. If you get the 6,000 rank in JE in NRI quota, any of NIT in India, any of engineering college, you can get electronics engineering in IT. Some Suratkal, Trichy, some top NITs, you may have to get like 6,000, 10,000 rank. So don't worry about NRI. Just do very good in JE mains. You will get whatever rank, even up to 60,000 rank in JE main, you can get some NRI quota in some of the engineering college. You are
what
not
about
having
IIT, sir? What about
IIT?
IIT?
No IIT. No IIT. IIT never will allow any NRI quota. No NRI.
No NRI quota, but as if they scores well in JE Advanced, then they can get admission, right?
JE Advanced,
NRI
if you
students can
qualify
write
in
IIT
JE
entrance.
Advanced, that means you are guaranteed a seat in IIT.
Sir,
It depends that you get in a good IIT or bad IIT. If you
NR
qualify for JE Advanced, you bound to get some IIT.
NRI students can write IIT JEE entrance exam provided they fulfill the eligibility. They can write the IIT entrance exams. The NRI students as well.
NRI student, they have to qualify for JEE Advanced through JEE Main. That means there is no quota to qualify for JEE Advanced. That will be general for all students. Some 5% student of qualified JEE Main is allowed to appear into the advanced exam, and those 5% will become 1% eventually, those who get in IIT.
Yeah.
So in order to get in that 5% of JEE Main or 10% sometime, depending upon the volume of the student appearing in the JEE, some 10% student of qualified JEE Main, top 10% will appear for a JEE advanced exam. And if you crack, they select 1 or 2% depending upon the IIT seats. Once you qualified or crack the JEE advanced, you bound to get one of the IIT for sure. And there is no NRI quota for that. Is that clear now? Because there are many questions are coming. And in NEET for medical education, there is no NRI quota whatsoever. You can't get in any government medical college except for the few states like Rajasthan and Chhattisgarh, which they allow based on your NEET score and a very high capitation fees.
Do you have any idea about the SAT Dasai scheme, SAT to Dasai scheme?
Yeah, this is the DASA scheme. DASA scheme will be discontinued. This year will be last. DASA or not, there is no change. Only the mode of exam change. Earlier it was SAT 2. Now there is no SAT 2. You have to appear in JEE Main. Suppose in JEE Main, your child, son and daughter gets 12,000 rank or 12,000, 13,000 rank. He will get some decent NIT, some civil or metallurgical engineering. But at the same
government,
time,
government is not announced about the SAT 2 scheme.
Exactly. So the government has not announced anything till now.
SAT 2 is announced now. This is the last year.
No. Officially,
sir,
they did not announce it.
They haven't announced anything regarding SAT. That is what I've been telling.
No, but this is the last year for sure. This is already communicated in advance.
So SAT 1,
Sir, this is last year, but we cannot say for sure because no proper
if
announcement.
it is not there, then SAT 2 will be there and the same procedure. Then you have to, you don't need to give JEE Main then.
Exactly.
Last year there were 300 vacant seats in the NIT. So maybe this time they will continue.
Because there is a mass exodus and then they have created another Gulf-based quota also. So Gulf-based quota fees is equivalent to the normal fees. So that differences they have created, and that is because this vacant seat business has generated. And all those 300 vacant seats are some dumb branch or some dumb colleges. Computer science, electronics, electrical, mechanical, chemical, architectural. They are going to fill up in all NITs or in all other colleges. Rest all other industrial engineering, production engineering, there are new engineering started. Those seats are remaining vacant. No computer science will never remain vacant in any engineering college. No electronics, no mechanical, no electrical, no civil. Nothing is going to remain vacant. All will be
Sir,
filled
all the seats will be filled up, and thank you so much for your contribution. All the seats will be filled up, and all the other engineering courses that have just been started, those will be filled up as well, because new opportunities are opening up every day, and it's just the matter of awareness that students and parents have, right? And thank you so much, sir, for that contribution. I'm really obliged by that participation, and I'm so happy that everybody's
I
helping.
just wanted to help because so many questions are coming. So for the, especially for the PCB guys, please remain aware that NRI quota for NEET is not there, but there are definitely some good 20 colleges available in India. They do allow based on NEET score, based on donations.
That is what I was, that is what I was saying. And this is the medical fees for the NRI students as well, right? So I think I'm so sorry for the discontinuation of this session, and I hope you guys gained at least something. I'll be pasting this particular presentation along with all the important links of the scholarships and the colleges and the available courses, and will be providing you with all the material soon. So I think that's it for today, and thank you so much for participating.
One last question.
Yes, please.
Question. So in the summary, if you have understood, for getting admission into an engineering college in India, people have to necessarily give JEE. SAT is going to be discontinued from this year. Is it the right statement?
Again, SAT about SAT there had been no official statement, but it might or might not get discontinued.
So we are not clear yet as of now.
Yes.
Okay.
That doesn't mean NEET examination is if they are getting very low score and they are not getting in the any government. So is there any chance left or any opportunity left for the student?
For NEET exam, are you talking about if they're not
Yes,
able to clarify that?
NEET exam, NEET exam. If their score below 500 and they are not getting in the government colleges, so is there any opportunity for that student to get chance in some other colleges?
Yeah, there are multiple private colleges. There are multiple private colleges, but you'd have to be paying attention. But you'd have to be paying attention if that particular college is up to the mark or not, because most of the high-end colleges, they take students from the NEET exams itself, NEET exam itself, right? So I would suggest.
What is the cutoff? Yes.
I'm sorry, you were
what
saying.
What is the cutoff for that for top end private colleges?
See, the cutoff, as I told you, the range is that, and based on that particular ranking, if the students have qualified the exam, only after that they could, and if the seats are not filled yet, the lower ranking students can avail those seats. But if the seats are filled, and which they do, by the way, every year very fast, so I think dropping a year or availing the private colleges or sending your kid to the abroad.
Okay. Yes. In that case, abroad will be a better opportunity.
Abroad could be a better opportunity in that particular case.
Miss, one last doubt.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay.
Madam, one last question. Madam, one last question.
Okay,
like yesterday's policy, education policy, the student now he's in 12th. When he reached to graduation, undergraduation, it will be 3 years, right? Not 4 years, unlike now.
For now, it could be, it should be 3 years. But again, as I've told you, the implementation ranges from 2023, right? So the implementations, all of those implementation and revamping of NCERT questions, NCERT books and everything will be till 2023. So we can expect the changes till that year. So I think hopefully the graduation will be 3 years only.
Miss, one last doubt.
That is the last.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Miss, what are all the qualification exams for IISER?
Qualification exam for ISCR is IAT, that is the ISER aptitude test, and the KVPY. KVPY can be given in 3 shifts. It could be given when you are in 10th standard. It could be given when you are in 11th standard and 12th standard, and it could be given when you are in college, based on the change in the syllabus. Right? That will be including more and more according to your level.
So JEE is not required.
No, not for that.
Okay.
Right. So I think that's all for today. And thank you so much for participating. We are very blessed to have such participative parents. And Rajiv ji, thank you so much for that contribution. And that's it for today. So I'll see you. Okay. Thank you so much. All right.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay.